So I'm new to the neighborhood, okay? Yeah. I just moved into this little third floor apartment, attic apartment, this old Victorian and the old part of town, where all the old big old mansions are and stuff like that. You know the neighborhood I mean. And there's this place next door. It's huge, huge. It must be an old sanitarium or something, or some kind of place where people would go to, get fixed up or cleaned up or, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So this my room looks out onto this place. And my window, I can sitting in my window, I can see. I can see everything, literally everything. I mean, I can see over the wrought iron fence. I can see down into the yard. I can see into some of the rooms. It's like these people have no idea what curtains or draperies are for, because I can see things. I've been keeping tabs on the neighbors. I mean, what else? It's quarantine. What else can I do, huh? So, anyway, I know old Doc Seward runs this place, and there are a few peeps living there getting treatment, if you will, from him. There's this guy, a couple of people I see regularly. I can see right in their rooms. There's this one guy named Renfield, and boy, he's a piece of work. I mean, he creeps around the house, building outside, and it's really kind of a wacko. And then the other rooms I can see into belong to the Harkers. It's John, or Jonathan if you're being formal, which I'm not. John and Mina Harker. And they're a pair in and of themselves. Jesus. I mean, Mina seems to be a real femme fatale, if you ask me. I see Renfield over there, fawning all over, whether Jonathan's there or not. Renfield's there, oh, kissing her hand. What can I say? Anyway, I see that going on. I see the two of them, and it makes me think that she's got some stuff going on the side. There's this other guy too I've seen, and he's a real piece of work. I've actually seen him hanging with Renfield, and a couple of times I've seen him over at Mina's. I mean, he's this real tall, skinny, goth type guy. I mean, I can't think of any other way to describe him. He's every time I see him, he's got a tuxedo on, black tuxedo, white shirt, and everything is all real formal. Kind of weird if you ask me. But and he's super, super pale. Well, then what goth isn't? He wouldn't be goth. And he wears tons of eyeshadow. His eyes are really kind of creepy, and he must wear some kind of contact lens or something, because sometimes the light will flash and his eyes are all kind of red and glowy. Takes all kinds. Anyway, and it's got the whitest teeth. He must see his dentist monthly for some kind of whitening session. And then there are the lips. He wears lipstick. It's got to be lipstick. Excuse me, because I've never seen lips that red before. That's blood red. I mean, it's the reddest red lipstick. It's like Estee Lauder Immortal lipstick. But excuse me. Yes, I guess you could say he's handsome if you're into that skinny goth type, which I'm not. Just saying that I'm not really. So, the other night, I'm up late. I'm awake. It's full moon, the light's coming in the window. I'm awake. So I decide to see what kind of show might be going on at the neighbor's place. Whew. So I settle down and I look, and I see Doc Seward is coming into Renfield's room. Now, Renfield's on the floor. Can't see what's going on, but he looks like he's really messed up. Doc Seward gets a couple of his attendants to come in, and they get Renfield up. They get him on the bed, and the doc's leaning over looking at him, trying to figure out. I mean, what I can see, he's really, really, really messed up. So the doc sends one of his attendants out, and he comes back in with this other guy who, with glasses and stuff, and he's carrying and he comes and looks over, and he's in his PJs, and he's like looking at Renfield. They're like hovering over and poking and prodding, and and then that other guy runs out, and then he comes back in, and he's dressed now, and he's got this bag, like a doctor's bag. So I guess he's a doctor too. So he and Doc Seward start working on Renfield, and then they do this little medical procedure. That's what it looked like to me. They do this medical procedure on him somewhere around his head or by his ear or something, And then they all sit there and start watching him, and they're like kind of dozed off for a little bit. And then when I wake up again, Renfield's awake, and he's like talking and talking, but he's still laying in bed, but he's like clutching the doctor and grabbing, and and everybody's got a real serious look on his. I don't read lips, so I don't know what they were talking about, but everybody's got this real serious look on their face. Something's going on. I'm not sure what it is, but the next thing you know, everybody runs out of the room. Renfield's there. So I figure the show's over for the night. And I'm going to get ready to go to bed. And I happen to look out the window. And then I see Doc Seward and his guys busting in to Mina and John's room. I mean, busting in the door. They flick on the lights. And this is where it gets kind of weird. Well, the whole thing's kind of weird, but this is where it gets kind of weird. The goth guy is standing, Mina's on the bed, and the goth guy is standing over her, okay? And he's got like her hands in one hand, and then he's got his hand on the back of her neck, and he's like rubbing her face on his chest. It takes all kinds. Meanwhile, John is passed out on the bed right next to him. If this guy is fooling around with Mina, he's got a lot of balls to be doing with John's right there. But anyway, the doc and all his crew come running in, break up this party, and they start advancing on the goth guy, and they're holding up this little piece of paper, and the goth guy's backing up in the corner, backing up in the corner, backing up. All of a sudden, there's this like flash of smoke, and this bat flies out the window. The goth guy's gone. Mina starts screaming bloody murder. The doc goes over, and they're working on getting John up, and he comes to, and he starts yelling, and he's bellowing. The attendant guys go running downstairs. They come out, they're running around in the yard, looking and beats the heck out of me. And then it must be every dog in the neighborhood. I swear, every dog in the neighborhood starts howling and barking. And that was the other night. It's kind of weird, huh? Totally weird. The way I see it is Mina's fooling around with these guys. First with Renfield, and now with the goth guy. And she's setting herself up for a fall. But hey, it's none of my business, but it is kind of interesting. And that goth guy, he's got kind of a creepy vibe. But I never see him during the day. Every time I see him, he's wearing this tuxedo. It's just kind of weird. Just saying. Oh, and Renfield died, I guess. There was hearse down there this morning taking a body out, and his room looks like it's been all cleaned up and stuff like that. Anyway, that's what I've got so far. He saw me. The goth guy, he saw me. He knows I've seen him. But if I lay low, he'll forget about me. He won't remember me. It's all Mina he cares about. It's only Mina now. Renfield's gone. It's only Mina he cares about. He doesn't care about me. So I gotta hide. I gotta lay low, and then he'll forget all about me. He'll forget all about me. He'll forget all about me. Hello. I don't know what is wrong with me. It must be the season or something. I got all freaked out about that goth guy seeing me. Oh, how ridiculous, really, huh? I mean, I could not have been more wrong about him. Byron, his name is Byron, by the way. And he is just the sweetest guy. He really is. Mina has been leading him on. Mina has been playing him like a violin. I mean, yeah, he saw me, and he saw me checking things out, and so what? It's Mina. It's Mina I have to look out for, not Byron. No, I mean, what else could I do? The poor sucker is being played, and I got to give him the word and help him to get through this, to get on the other side. You know, he needs to get over Mina, is what it is. And yeah, he's a bit goth, but that's just part of the stage act. You see, Byron is a stage musician. Magician. He's not a musician. He's a magician. And that explains the tuxedo, you know, and he does these things at night, these shows at night, and he usually comes over to see Mina after the show, so that's why he's in costume and all that, you know, but he's a magician, and that explains everything. And so I do think that he is a bit old to be wearing the, you know, Victorian tuxedo kind of look all the time for his street clothes. So next time I see him, I'm going to suggest that he mix it up a little bit. You know, maybe we can get him into some skinny jeans, some Chuck Taylors, a nice little leather jacket. Yes, all black, because that's his thing. But I think it could really, really, you know, make a difference in how he looks, you know. But anyway, that's just a thought. Because and the bat thing. Let me explain the bat thing. Oh, I could not have been more wrong about that too. See, as part of his stage act, his magician act, he has this thing where he appears to disappear in a puff of smoke. Okay, where basically he throws the smoke bomb and it goes off, boom, and then he throws, while he's in the smoke, he throws this bird, or maybe it was a bat, I don't know. But he throws, and you know, and everybody's looking, oh, look, what's that flying off, you know? And then while they're all looking all that, and there's all the smoke, and he just walks away. And it looks like he's disappeared in a puff of smoke and turned into a bird or a bat and flown off. I mean, it's just a diversion. It's all it is. And that's the story on that. I was totally, it was late at night. The moon was full. Anyway, that I do have to say that there is something about this guy. I mean, he sees me. He sees me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not that kind of girl. To throw myself at a guy. I wouldn't even know how to throw myself at a guy, and especially a guy on a rebound. I'm not that kind of girl, but there's something about him that, but it's not. No, it's not like, it's not like that. It's not. It's just, anyway, I've asked him over for dinner again, and we're going to talk about Mina and how to get him through all of this stuff. I mean, it can't hurt to help this poor schlub. No one should have to go through this alone. No one. Used, tossed aside. The poor guy. No one should have to go through that. No one. What could it hurt to help?